Hello everybody, I'm Chantal.
I'm Cody.
And this is Unit 3, Pardon My French. So what we're talking about today is basically about the language, the French language, and something that happened in France. A politician ridiculed a journalist because she spoke in a different French accent. She comes from the southern region of France, and they apparently have a very accented French accent. And the politician is from Paris.
Ridicule.
Ridicule. Many people were really angered by his audacity, but they weren't too surprised because apparently the Parisians do tend to look down on people with regional accents.
Audacity.
Audacity. Does your language have accents and dialects?
While we share the common language,
yes.
English has a variety, numerous different accents.
Right.
Depending on the country, the region of the world. But if I look at America itself,
yes.
We have a large amount of different accents across the US.
Yes.
Specifically in Texas, where I'm from, we have a very strong kind of state accent, or Southern, that's very well known. It can be, a little strong, that may make it kind of incomprehensible to people, hard to understand, different twang to it. Incomprehensible.
Incomprehensible.
But how about for South Africa?
Oh yes, goodness. We have so many different types of accents. I wouldn't say we have many English dialects. Yeah, we haven't evolved to that yet, but because we have so many different cultures, many people have different languages at home. So because of that, there are various types of English. And even if you speak English as your first language, the different areas, like the coastal areas, will all have their own little accent. It's not a big difference, but we can pick it up. Yes. Yeah. But I think America is probably, I think you'd have a bigger variety, definitely.
Right.
Yeah. And yes, based on languages still, have you ever had difficulty understanding someone that was speaking English?
I mean, yes. I've traveled a lot. Of course, I live outside the US, but from personal experience, speaking of the US, even there were different accents or different levels of English speaking that I heard. Texas has a lot of international people living there, lots of immigrants. So there was always a little bit of their kind of mother tongue accent influenced on English. And so I heard that a lot, which I appreciate that, because when I travel, my ears try harder to understand. Versus some of my family who never traveled, and they struggle much more to understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's common when you travel.
Yes. I think for me, I've traveled a lot, I've heard lots of types of English, but the hardest was when I was in Vietnam. Because some of the people have a bit of a French accent mixed with Vietnamese and then speaking English.
Interesting.
I really struggled to understand some of the people, even though they were speaking English.
Yeah.
Now for the language focus, first up is altogether. For example, I wasn't altogether happy about the snow because I knew walking on the sidewalks would be a nightmare afterwards.
And for mine, as is the case with. So for my example, I love eating and cooking Korean food, as is the case with most of my family.
That's it for the preview section. Please join us for the review.